Hey there, everyone. Welcome to a Friday night episode of Watch Soup. I am your co-host, Bobby Legs, joined by my co-host as well, Clayton from the Watchdog podcast. Hey, Clayton, how you doing, man? Tell me you got heat. Tell me you got heat in the house.
Yeah, we do. I have not shaved my head in a while, and there's a reason I shaved my head, and it's under this hat, and you're not going to see it. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
hey, listen, listen. I get it. I get it. I actually kind of alluded it to you before we started the stream, but I had like a grooming epiphany on
I can't
Monday.
wait to hear this.
So so a couple things triggered this, right? So I get to work on Monday, and like I'm back in the office. I'm working, and my head's a mess, right? My hair, like because I'm bald and balding and losing hair, whatever. And so like when it grows like a little crazy, and like I'm all scruffy, and I just don't want to like pay the 60-70 bucks it costs to get like a skin fade and a beard trim. I mean, I can't find anything cheaper, and that's including the tip.
Wow.
I can't find really anything cheaper around here. Like there's a place in town that does it for 20 bucks, but it just sucks. They just, it's just not what I'm looking for. There's no style, right? And so anyway, like I'm feeling like down on myself. I'm like I can't believe I'm at work like looking like this, right? Like I just like it hit me, and then like also the guy at the next cubicle, an older gentleman. Look, I'm 52, so I'm old, but I mean like a little bit older than me. Man, he was leveraging hard the Barbasol. Like I
Mm.
smell. You know how Barbasol has that smell? Like it's almost like he had like Barbasol cologne. I don't know like what it was, but it's just like it brought me back to like my early 20s when like Barbasol was like the cheapest can of like shaving cream you can get. It was like less than $1 or something like that, right? And so like I made an appointment right then and there. I googled haircut near me or barber near me, and I found one on my lunch break, and I went, and then I was like, you know what? So I paid like the 60 something bucks, whatever, to get this done. And I'm like, I can't do this. I don't want to pay for another haircut. So I ended up getting a couple things, ordering a couple things, right? I mean, I already had a set of clippers, but that's just not going to be enough because I want to do like the skin fade. I like doing the skin fade in the back and the sides, and one. I shaved this down to a one anyway, right? So it's nothing like I'm not doing anything fancy, right? So I got one of those like foil razors, old school, right?
Yep.
Every time I get a skin fade, that's what they use, and I use it for my beard too, and keep it. And then I got like one of those like T blade trimmers that are it's just for like trimming, right? So I'm gonna step it up, man. I'm gonna step up the grooming game,
Wow.
you know?
Now, have you ever thought about just doing what I do and shaving it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight down, like to skin,
Yeah,
like
like Mr. Clean, like
yeah.
me.
Mrs. Legs
Yeah.
doesn't like that.
No.
Like I've thought about that. I thought that would just be like the easiest thing to do, right? Or
Yeah.
get one of those things where you just go like boom, like
I have one of those, yeah.
Does
But
it? Do you like?
I prefer the Gillette. So Gillette made this razor called the Baldy.
Uh huh.
I've been doing this for over 10, like 12, 13 years now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gave up.
Tell me, talk to me.
So I was using like various razors, and then a few years ago, Gillette came out with one called Baldy, which sort of contoured to your head, with
Okay.
it swiveled and everything. So
Yeah.
it wasn't just like a cheapo razor. Then you can cut yourself easier. But then they had a whole line of shaving creams and moisturizers all under the Baldy label, and then they did away with that. Now it's called like Skin Guard. They still make that razor and the razor. So
Okay.
I have the original Baldy razor, but the Skin Guard blades fit on that, and that's what I use. And I do it I usually do it once a week, and I just it's been a couple weeks, so it's going to be really hard tomorrow to like
Yeah, yeah. Do you
get
do
it
it
off. But I do it in the
in the
shower. I have
shower?
a
Yeah.
mirror I have a mirror in the shower, and I just do it. I do it
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, to me that makes like perfect sense doing it in the
yeah,
shower. You get the hot steam and everything, like and it's just like, yeah. But no, Miss Doug's not into it. So like, but I don't mind. I don't mind like going down to a one and doing the skin fade. I actually do like that. Um, but yeah, yeah. So you know,
yeah.
What watch are you wearing?
The brand new one this week, the
Oh,
Laureato, yeah,
oh,
the
that's
GP
right.
Laureato
Let me
50
do,
new edition. Oh yeah, we can
let's
do.
do a oh, man, that is
I don't know if I can show
congratulations,
you
man.
the
Yeah,
movement
I love
there.
it.
Yeah, it's such a good looking watch. I absolutely love it. It's a step above anything I've ever owned. Now, the Moser was not a braceleted watch.
Right.
So there's just more steel and brushing surface area here. And it's just I think it's outstanding. Yep, I absolutely love it. So
Now,
yeah.
will you do a podcast review of it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a couple weeks here, I
Yeah,
think,
sure,
to have some
sure.
time with it. But yes, I will. Yeah.
And by the way, and for those in the chat, I caught up on your Canada Goose
Oh,
jacket review,
yeah.
and that was awesome. And I just love how you set the scene with the winter, with the
Thanks.
weather. Like it was perfect. It was just like
Yeah.
perfect how you just delivered it, and it was such a great audio review. It was
Oh,
such a great review,
thanks.
man.
Yeah,
Really, really
it's
enjoyed
you're obviously limited and I don't do video, but yeah, tried to set the scene. It's I've enjoyed that jacket. I'm hoping I don't have to wear it anymore. Hoping it gets a
it.
little warmer.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're getting the 40s now, which feels like
yeah, I know, balmy, right?
July out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
totally. It makes such a difference in the world, right? And hopefully,
Yeah.
it's just to melt a little bit of that snow, and
Yeah.
so we get rid
I
of
like
that.
the slow melt is actually best. So
It is.
we're not getting like a random 60-degree stretch here. We're getting
Yeah,
40s. It'll be a
yeah,
nice slow melt. That's
yeah,
best.
yeah,
And wind can help melt too. So that's
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. Too quick of a melt, and then I get like a flooded basement. You know what I mean? So like,
Right. Yeah. Same here. And the
s- s-
farm I take the dogs to is a muddy disaster. And yeah, we
yeah,
get water in the basement too. So yep, slow.
s- slow wins the race. Okay, hey, let's say hello to the chat.
What are
Um,
you wearing?
oh, yeah, hey,
Trusty old citizen.
trust you, I can't stop wearing it. Just can't stop wearing it. And the Fitbit too. So like, that still tells the time.
Yeah.
Let's that's hey, Nilo's here. Good to see you, buddy. Mr. Robert Woods Audio is here. Good to see you, sir. Marceau is here. Hey, Marceau. Wayben. Marceau's wearing the Hublot this evening.
Nice.
Nilo going old school with the SKX.
Wow.
Wow. Nice one. One word, Floby. Yeah, yeah. No, I need. Like my head is like oddly shaped. Like I like one consistent length on my head just doesn't look good. Like I need that kind of fade action going on just to make my head look normal. Hey, Caliber is here. What's going on, Caliber? Hey, Thomas. Thomas, good to see you. Hey, Mr. Wilson, good to see you, man. And Wilson giving you some congrats
Oh,
on
thank
the
you.
launch.
Thank you.
Ep is here. What's up, Ep? And yeah, as well. I'm understanding
Thank you.
the
Thank you.
thumbs up on that one. Um, okay, hey, we have a couple of videos that we're going to take a look at. I think I'm going to kick it off this week. I think it's my turn to kick it off. And we are going to start off with the Federico Talks Watches 3 iconic luxury watches that suck. Federico with some really strong feelings here on this one. And these are watches that people tend to love, that hold value even in our icons, but that he massively dislikes. And he really likes to drill this point home that he really does dislike these timepieces. Although
Well,
I mean, like maybe one or two, like one or two of them, I don't know how much he dislikes them, but whatever. Anyway, first one, Breitling Navitimer. What? The Navitimer, that watch is beloved. I love that watch. I've owned a Cosmonaut.
yeah.
Have you ever owned a Navitimer?
I never have. Nope,
Yeah.
never have. But I love it. I love the. That's probably one of my favorite looking chronographs. It's a little busy, so I don't
Yeah.
know that I would love to like to own it. But I think it's just really nice looking. From pictures and everything, the
Yeah.
blue and the cream colored sort of subdials. Yeah, I think it really looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, like that's a lot of people's first initial concerns that it's busy. He actually says brings that up a little bit here, but that's not like something that he's totally opposed to. Like I loved it. I loved the
Yeah,
busyness of it. It
yeah.
was amazing. Like it was to me like I couldn't even read it, but I mean like
I
that's
know.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
It
Well,
looks
it's
dang
that's
cool.
like a real tool watch,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
You
absolutely. Yeah.
Even though I once asked a pilot about pilots' watches, and he said we could never ever rely on a
Yeah,
watch with the it's too tiny, so it's just
yeah,
really
yeah,
for show. He wore an
yeah, yeah,
Apple Watch.
yeah,
He did,
absolutely, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Um, so he admits, hey, it's kind of well made. It's got a nice movement. The slide rule bezel changed the watch industry. I don't know. That was a pretty big statement on that.
yeah.
Um, True Pilot's watch that it is, but he doesn't love the super. He doesn't love the super busy dial, um, but he understands that that's part of the look, and so he's okay with it. However, the water resistance is atrocious, especially once it has a couple years in it. When it gets a little bit older, he was explaining how the gasket, how that the bezel and is on the crystal. The crystal is part of the bezel,
Hmm.
and so there's a gasket in there, and that can deteriorate in time. And he's anecdotally, he talks about buying when he does buy Navitimers for his store. He's a little nervous about it because he's afraid it's not gonna pass the water pressure test. Um, the bezel, like I said, has a crystal attached. Getting watertight is impossible. The number of times that he has seen that watch fog up is just ridiculous. Really? I mean, that many times he's seen. I mean, like, how many times does something have to happen for you, Clayton, for you to just label it ridiculous?
I don't believe that he's seen it a million times. I think I'm calling shenanigans on that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
I think he's just for drama, right?
save
Um,
that for the FTW collective, man.
yeah, man. um, Talking about the gasket, it could deteriorate, degrades over time, and although he's not a professional pilot or diver, he does want to watch that doesn't fog up when you're washing dishes or in the rain. I don't know, like my cosmonaut had to have been from the '90s, and you know, it never, and I'm sure it wasn't like I'm sure it would fail like water pressure test. I mean, I don't think it ever got serviced, but it never fogged up on me. It never, and I've never really heard that as an issue. I don't doubt it. I mean, like hey, listen, he knows more about watches than I probably ever will, especially because he like sees so many just on a daily basis. Working his shop. But chat, anybody who here has owned a Navitimer, has that ever been an issue? Please let us know. That would be good to know. Anyway, so Navitimer on his list of watches icons
Mm.
that he just thinks they suck. Um, Number two, he dislikes any modern Cartier tank that is not a Louis or a Le Musc, I think he said. He hates the Francaise. He hates the Anglais. Even the American, I know I'm butchering these names. Even the American, he's like, whatever. But he just does not like any of these new modern tanks. Just like aesthetically, I think he just has an issue with the aesthetics and how ugly it looks. But
Anything on a bracelet, I think he said. Yeah,
yeah, everything on
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
so didn't really spend too much time on this particular one. It just sounds like he's just a Louis guy when it comes to the
yeah.
Cartier and tank, and that's fine. That's
It's
fine.
the most classic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Um,
And he worked for Cartier, so
and yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Um, and then he moves to, of course, you knew this list wouldn't be complete without having a Rolex mention because he's not a big fan, and we do know that. Not so much as he explains because of the price point or whatever. It's just like it's just hype. It's the hype that he just doesn't like about them. He's not a hater. It's just overhyped and priced. He feels, especially in the secondary market. Um, and the Daytona is the king among the hyped and the overpriced, in his opinion. Um, and has they haven't done anything revolutionary in the longest time. Yeah, sure, they a couple years ago they changed the bezel, but whatever. That's they haven't done anything. And the biggest problem is that he has, and it's not the the long waits for the timepieces, the overprice on the secondary. It's the pushers. It's the pushers of the chronograph, right? He says it fails to be. And I'm looking. I'm sorry. I'm struggling to find my notes. I think I skipped a page here. Um, yeah, it's the pushers because you have to like unscrew, right,
Yeah.
the pusher for the chronograph, which affects its water resistance, right? And then ironically, he compares to to Breitling, who they figured out how to make their water resistant pushers for the chronographs, and then by the time you unscrew it, right, and you press it, like you've already missed the opportunity to time whatever that you were timing, right? So he just says this is just unacceptable for a flagship model. Um, does he have a point there, Clayton?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever owned a watch with screw down, but it does seem kind of like a pain to do
Yeah,
that. I mean, my Breitling Detroit Lions Chronomat B01 has 200 meters water resistance, and yeah, they Breitling's figured out a way to not have the screw down pushers and still have that kind of water resistance. So
yeah,
yeah, I guess in that respect they might be a little behind. I mean, they just adopted titanium in the last few years, so they're
right.
slow adopters kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
But
See,
yeah, I don't really care for the Daytona. I think it's a decent looking watch, but it's not nothing I've ever clamored after or desired to own.
yeah, it's it's I like the Daytona. I like the way it looks. Um, Man, a few years ago, a bunch of us went to Watchbox. They were
Hmm.
called Watchbox, and we met with Tim, and we met with the other guy. I always forget his name. The Targaryen, the guy that he used to have like the long blonde hair. Um, oh, whatever his name. I'm
I
sure
can't think
somebody
of it.
will have. Anyway, he had a um, steel bezeled Daytona, and it really looked beautiful. It was a beautiful looking watch. Um, would I ever pay the secondary market pricing on this one, especially from a couple years ago? Like, no way. I'm not that into it. I mean,
Right.
would I love to have one? Sure, I'd love to have one, but I mean, like, I'm not crazy about it. That crazy about the Daytona that I would pay double or triple the price point. I think, yeah, I mean, I think Rolex moves very, very slowly. They have like 100, 200 year plan,
Yeah,
right? And so like they don't need to move,
they
and they
don't need
know
to.
they
Yeah.
and they know they don't need to, right?
Yeah. Right.
So it is what it is. But let me ask you a question. Let's move past the Daytona. Is there an iconic watch that, okay, maybe dislike is like a strong word, but that you just don't get, that you just don't, that makes no sense to you?
I always say the Speedmaster, but I'd like to think of something else. But I don't know if I can on the spot. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I'm
the
sorry to put
speed
you on the spot. I don't even know if I have an answer.
the
You know?
Speedmaster was a watch I never really desired after, but I fell into that trap. Like everybody should own one at least one time in their collection, and I bought
Yeah,
one, and it did not last long. It lasted a. I personally don't get it. But I understand why it's an icon. I just don't get it for me. So
yeah,
I understand. Obviously, it has a rich history. Went on the moon. So many kids like want to be astronauts when they grow up, and when I grow up, that's the watch I'm going to get because that's what Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin wore on the moon. That's awesome. That just does not resonate with me. So I never really had that much interest in it. And then I just wasn't that impressed with the watch itself. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Chat, is there an icon that that you dislike so much? But speaking of chat, let's catch up with the chat. Fed drama, yeah, right. Fed drama.
Yeah.
Wilson says, "Watch soup to nuts." All right, thank you, hey buddy. Good. The best
Nice Santos
you
there.
can get. Yep. Um, how the devil? Oh, okay. Little chat going on between. Hey, Rob from Mountain Standard Time. Hey guys, good to
Hey,
catch up with you guys. Good to hear from you, Rob. Good to, he's just another guy like Sanjay. Like like, hey, you know, love to hear from him. Haven't seen him in a long time. Um, Marceau, I agree with him about the Daytona, but I kind of like the Tank Anglaise XL.
I think it's interesting looking the tank Anglaise.
Yeah,
I'm butchering it also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
I think it's I don't have a
Interesting.
problem
It's
with it.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, challenging roids have caused me to have okay. All right. You guys. Hi all. I watched the video, but I do not know if I needed it to know if it really is okay
Uh-oh.
with those watches.
I got a doggy emergency here.
Okay,
Hang
yeah,
on.
no problem. No problem. No problem. Yeah, it was Calvert. It was Armand. I always forget his name. I don't know why.
Beagles have to go and give some hell.
Be-
Sorry.
yeah, go ahead, go
Yeah.
do your thing, Beagles. Um, Tudor Black Bay Chrono has screw down pushers. It was annoying. I never used a chronograph even for fun. Um, Screw downs give the pushers some protection.
I would imagine. I don't know.
Imagine
An
so.
added water resistance.
Yeah.
I would think, right? I don't. Who knows?
Yeah. Why change the most desired watch? New Coke, anyone? Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
that's a rumor. The Pepsi's getting discontinued. The Coke's coming. O'Sheen had a video, like he's heard from a few different sources that yeah, this is the end. This is the year. We've been hearing that how many years now?
What
Yeah.
the end of Pepsi?
Yeah.
Pepsi's no. There's no way Pepsi's going.
That's we keep hearing it. They can't apparently like they can't dial in the bezel. There's too many failures, like the colors. It's
Yeah.
too hard for them to make. So for every one, ID guy did a video on it today, and for every one they successfully produced, there's a bunch of mistakes that get thrown away, and it's
Oh.
I don't know. So we'll see.
All right. All right. Um, I've tried the
Sorry,
green dial.
chaos
No,
going
that's
on
okay.
over here.
5711. It's nice, but paying that insane prices for it's really crazy unless you're crazy super rich. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Um, Thomas is with you on this one, Clayton. The Speedy Moon Association never really resonated with me. I like some variation of Speedy, but the Moon Watch is meh for me.
yeah,
Um,
I agree.
Nothing beats an old school 16, 7, 10 Pepsi or Coke. New GNC is just too blingy. Yeah, it's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I feel that way.
Yeah, I mean, like right off the bat, I can't really think of like like any kind of like icons that irk me or that I mean like that I dislike so much. I mean, I guess maybe that's why they're icons because I kind of fall into that.
I wasn't that impressed with the 50 fathoms when I saw it in person.
Mm,
I thought it didn't feel great. Bezel
yeah,
action felt cheap. I thought I wasn't too impressed with it, but kind of like the design.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That could have been that one.
It could have
Who
been,
knows?
yeah, it could have
Yeah.
been that one. I like the 50 fathoms.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Hey, let's move on to the next one. What do you say, Clayton? You got HoroLogical.
This guy.
Yeah, Christopher Ward and Bark and Jack, Trident 60 Lumiere, a framing problem?
This
Take it away.
guy is apparently not a fan of the new Christopher Ward Bark and Jack collaboration watch.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Uh, Wilson, Oris is not an icon.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's
come
get that
on.
straight.
Many iconic models. Aquis, pointer date
Stop it.
for like
Stop
80
it right
years.
there. Stop it right there, Clayton. You're just trying to get a rise out of it.
Guess who didn't go under with the quartz crisis? Oris. Who didn't need? They didn't need to be bought by Swatch. Icon.
Sorry, but I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
Oh God, no, that's okay. Yeah, so this guy obviously has a problem with Adrian and this collaboration. So let me see if my dog is ready to come in. I'm so sorry.
No worries. You're good.
She's yelling at the German shepherds that we share a backyard fence with, so that keeps her
That'll teach.
busy. Yeah, she has a problem with them. All right, so yes, this HoroLogical. I'm not sure his name, but there's a moment when a creator stops being an observer and becomes part of the story. His studio, HoroLogical, his studio overlooks Loch Lomond. He's in Scotland, so Loch,
Yeah.
a body of water.
Yep.
And I guess he's saying this is where like Adrian and maybe other YouTubers do a lot of their filming, throwing submariners in the water. He said this spot's become famous in UK watch YouTube videos. Cinematic watch mythology being constructed at Loch Lomond. He's watched some of these shoots. He's watched some of these shoots happen. He wonders how these trips are funded. Extended stays, 5-star hotels, Michelin, 5-star restaurants, high production value. For the first time, the economics became visible and it's not comfortable. So he thinks maybe this is all getting funded by the brands and everything. He's insinuating a lot of things without coming right out and saying it. He's being very like cryptic in this video. Um, Now, he's not saying that Christopher Ward makes a bad watch. They don't. Great specs on the watches, and then he gives the specs of the Bark and Jack Lumiere collab, made of titanium, 41 millimeter diameter, yada yada yada. And then he gets back to it and says, this isn't about whether watch YouTubers shouldn't be able to make a living either. They absolutely should, he says. This is about framing. When framing crosses into dishonesty, even subtly, people feel it, right? We can always detect it. The controversy around, and I'm not sure there's controversy, but the controversy around the Bark and Jack Christopher Ward is not about the watch itself. It's about what the watch was positioned against. To insinuate that a Christopher Ward using an off-the-shelf Solita movement is in the same conceptual space as Rolex, Tudor, or Omega, it just simply doesn't sit right with him, with HoroLogical here. Those brands heavily invest in building and in-house calibers, and that matters. Tudor does have the occasional exception with off-the-shelf movements in like the 1926, and this Lumiere costs way more than a 1926. Tudor has never positioned that watch, high in their lineup like this Lumiere is now at $3,000 US. Then he has a weird montage of him looking into the Loch Lomond, I assume, and then B-roll of the, and he some weird editing and some weird, montages here, like Rocky IV. But then he's back and he says the real tragedy here isn't the backlash; it's waste. Years of world-class storytelling and content and credibility boiled away by one badly judged marketing decision. So he's really laying it on here that he does not like that Adrian is in bed with Christopher Ward and vice versa. The stock pot was left on too high and it's boiled over, he says. Ask yourself this question now. When this watch dropped, is it any coincidence that a podcast collaborator of Adrian's came out with a video waxing poetic about the Lumiere after she constantly makes videos about retention value and the downfall of the watch industry? Talking about Britt Pierce here. They have a podcast together, she and Adrian. Audiences aren't stupid. They see patterns instantly, right? Then he went into a weird side note, not going there. But, HoroLogical thinks this collaboration should have kept the standard Lumiere price. This is about $500 or $600 US more expensive than the standard Lumiere. And the collaboration has no added value beyond throwing in a couple Bark and Jack straps, right? That's about all you get. He doesn't see much value in Adrian's name on the branding, and we can talk about it after. If it did, we'd be having a different conversation. It would have felt like respect, honesty. Instead, we got a more expensive Lumiere, artificial scarcity, a 1-week purchase window, and cynicism dialed to the max. And that's why this will be remembered as a misstep. And bold statement here, one of the most expensive collaboration mistakes in recent years. It's about responsibility. As creators go, so does their audience. And with that growth comes obligation. Strong words.
Yeah.
We're not here to patronize. We're here to educate. Education requires respect for intelligence, context, and the difference between enthusiasm and marketing. People see through the cynical framing. He thinks Adrian will recover from this. He thinks Adrian should do better, frame honestly, because trust, once it's lost, costs more to buy back than any watch could ever cost. I just thought this was kind of funny more than anything. I need a good laugh lately. So what do you think of this video? What do you think of this collaboration? The branding on the watch, all of that. What do you think of it?
I look, I understand how these kind of things can bother someone. It just doesn't bother me.
Not to
Like
this extent. That's why
not,
just kind of cracked me up. And there's a couple other people on YouTube who are really fired up about this, and I just don't
I didn't
just don't
even know.
buy it, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was like a thing to get upset. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know, man. And this is not his fault. I had a hard time like understanding um half the video. Um,
Very thick Scottish accent.
I also watch videos at 1.5 speed, so that made it more challenging.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
again, not his fault. Um, this is such a nothing burger to me.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So like I can't get I don't have an I really don't have an opinion on this. I mean like, we know that Adrian will leverage relationships with brands to promote himself, to make an extra buck here or there. He's done this before. He's gotten in bed with Bremont and some other brands. You know what I mean? So and he's trying to sell his straps and he's trying to deliver content on you know what I mean, like so we know who he is already. So I don't know, Clayton. I mean, like, this is just, to me, it's like, I don't really care that much.
yeah. The watch, I really like the. I don't like the branding on the Bark and Jack. I don't need Bark and Jack on the dial, but
No.
I do like the watch. I like the fully graduated bezel, so I would like to
Yeah.
put that on because I really like the orange one's fun
Yeah.
of the original. So I would like to take that fully graduated bezel and put it on like the orange dial. I think that's really cool. I don't need the Bark and Jack branding. Yeah, I feel like Christopher Ward is doing what maybe Oris did like 5 years ago. And I said this in my podcast this week. I feel like Oris, remember, they were like getting a lot of coverage from the big name brand
Yeah.
YouTubers. They were sending them on ski trips. And when you pay for stuff and pay them, you're going to get a lot of coverage. Now I feel like Oris is completely cast aside, and it feels almost like Christopher Ward is kind of taking their space a little bit, like
Yeah.
because Adrian a few weeks ago did a paid, he had the paid tag up there, a Christopher Ward video. So he's clearly entered into a arrangement with them, an agreement with them, a paid partnership with them. So and they're getting a lot of coverage from Brit and from Watch Chris
Yeah.
and like other people too. So yeah, they feel like they're the new like hot brand for YouTubers to cover, which is fine. It's a brand that's never really done anything for me. But
I,
yeah, so I guess that's just I can see that though, and I have no problem with it. I just don't I'm not gonna buy the watch.
I feel like Christopher Wood doesn't even need to like do these kind of like collaborations though either. Like, I think Christopher Ward has enough of a record, right? They've been around for a while. They've developed a fan base. Um, like, I don't think they need Bark and Adrian or some of these other guys. I don't think they need to like reach out to YouTubers anymore and be like, "Hey, check out. Can you do a review of a watch and we'll give your
I feel like it's at an all-time high for them. It's like the
yeah."
coverage they're getting right now. I think maybe a lot of it's
The
Mike
Belcant,
Pearson.
they do stuff like the Belcant, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, this is like a legit watch brand now.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it's Mike Pearson working for them. He has a lot of connections, so maybe he's the person who's getting a lot of these relationships set up with YouTubers. I mean, when Zodiac, remember when he was at Zodiac, they were a hot brand because he's
Yeah.
just a dynamic, magnetic guy. Seems like a really cool guy. And
Yeah.
then now you don't, since he's left Zodiac, you hear nothing about Zodiac anymore. More like the fossil groups going under. Is Zodiac going to go under with them, like that kind of thing? So
Yeah.
I think Mike Pearson may have a lot to do with it. I think that's underrated. He's getting the boutiques going in the United States and everything. But yeah, I just feel like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
All the yeah, and this apparently Adrian went to them with this design, not vice
Okay.
versa, and they went with it. I don't know. That's what I watched some stuff on it, and that's what I gathered. So yeah, I'm not sure. I know these guys are you know entering into financial agreements with brands all the time, either getting
Yeah.
paid in money or watches or whatever. And I just it's okay. I'm going to take everything they say with a grain of salt. I
Yeah.
hopefully other people can see through it too. I certainly can. It's
Yeah.
entertainment more than anything.
Yeah. I've moved past like caring, like, the
Yeah.
integrity of the review. You know what I mean? Like,
It's nice when you see one that has some, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, it's just, like I'm gonna seek out reviews of watches that I like and I want to hear positive things about. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Like I
yeah,
want validation, you know what I mean,
right,
of my choice.
right.
So, yeah, yeah. Hey, let's see what the chat's got to say. It seems like we got some chat stuff going on here. Mr. Duffy saying all the usual CW Glazers were towing the corporate line, and it was oversaturated for the first day. It was announced, very on brand for all of them.
Yeah.
Wilson saying, "I'm no Adrian apologist, but this horror dude seems better."
Yeah, that's why I had to pick this video. I was like, what why is this guy so mad? He
Wow,
watches
this
them
guy should,
film.
yeah,
Yeah.
this guy should get out more.
He was in
Um,
that montage. He was out
yeah, he was on the
enjoying
lake. He
yeah,
was
he was on the lock.
on Loch Loglan. I don't
Yeah.
know. Uh, uh, get a more interesting hobby, mate. Learn an instrument to play. Okay. CW is a big enough company to know how to approve marketing. Yeah, I mean, I don't think CW made a misstep. They know their community will never fault them, and their whales would buy the
Oh,
watch.
I think the opposite. I don't think this is a misstep at all. I think this will be a huge smash success for them. And having the 1 week window was pretty brilliant. He thought that was a misstep. I don't know. I think that
No, no, I see.
encourages.
He says he doesn't think it's a
No,
yeah.
the guy, the
Oh,
video guy,
oh, the video
horror,
guy.
the
Yeah, yeah.
horror dude. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He thought it was a misstep, but no, I think that was pretty brilliant, actually. And nothing encourages impulse buying like a purchase window.
Yeah. Hey, NH
Oh,
Rick, what's up,
thanks,
man?
Rick. Thanks, Rick.
Bill K, the Lumiere has already sold out, so the demand was there.
Well, there was a window. There wasn't like a set
Mm.
amount, but
This seems like a bit of a tempest in a teacup. I don't know
much
if I
ado
catch that
about nothing.
reference. Do you know what that means?
No, I'm assuming like much ado about nothing. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, well, Marcel is very highfalutin.
yeah. He's
Uh,
smarter than me
uh, it was a layup,
because I
CW.
don't know what that means.
Yeah. How does this guy feel about the limited edition Fantastic Four Pop Tarts? Oh man, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, this is a
Stop it.
big win for them.
Stop it, Wilson. Barkin Ward. That's a good one. Looks like a sub and Lumiere had a baby.
Yeah, yep.
Or to send Bobby a ski trip. Never.
I will say I just bought my wife an Oris Aquas 36.5 millimeter mother of pearl dial for the holidays.
Hmm.
She wanted it. Her brother has one, an Aquas, and she really liked it, and she loves that watch. She wears it way more than the Lagoon Blue Tudor that we bought together. She's an Oris gal.
Okay.
Get on board, Bobby.
Get on
Where
board.
legends are made.
This is a top notch watch collab designer. I know. Yes, and I have one of
Yeah.
those watches. Very beautiful. CW doesn't need the help, but the extra hype and beer money is still a net positive. Man. Storm in a teacup. All right, enough with the teacups. Enough with the teacups, guys.
I don't think we have the literary chops
Yeah,
to
no,
comprehend these.
no, no. I don't have the chops.
Yeah, I know the Bark and Jack logo is only visible on the under a black light, but it's still there. And I don't know. You can't see it at all just in regular light. I don't know if I believe that. I feel like I know it was there.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
But it's a nice watch. I think
I thought,
for
I thought
the
it's a good looking
yeah
watch. Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
price, it's a pretty good Pelagos alternative. I think with
Hmm.
the great bracelet, great clasp. Yeah. Never seen one in person, but
Have you?
I know somebody who has the orange one,
Yeah.
and then bought this Adrian one. Is going to sell the orange one now. And he said it's an awesome watch. He loves it. He loves it so much. He bought the Adrian version too. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Have you owned CW?
No, they're not a brand I'm very fond of.
Yeah.
I
I
just never felt an urge to own one.
I don't. I definitely don't dislike CW. I've owned one. I owned a GMT that kind of reminded. It kind of looked like I forget the model name, but it reminded me of that Grand Seiko Quartz GMT that they had.
Yeah.
The sporty like explorer-ish type looking one. I think I my only complaint like the size of it wasn't like if it was I think it was a 39, but if it was slightly bigger or it felt smaller on wrist than I thought it would, and that's why I wasn't too crazy about it.
Mm.
Although I overall I like the watch. I mean, they have some timepieces that have given second thoughts. Like I've thought about owning a 12. You know what I mean? Because I do like that integrated bracelet look. I've seen Belcantos in person. They look great, and if I
Yeah,
had
I
the
have two.
money, and I mean, I'd get one. You know what I mean? So I'm not opposed. Um, it's okay, ref. Okay, Shakespeare. Okay, all right. That's the yeah, yeah. Hey, listen, man. If you want to like talk about literary works like Dogman and Grumpy Kid, Diary of Grumpy Kid, all that stuff that I'm reading now with a
Captain
97
Underpants.
Captain Underpants, man. I'm your guy. I'm your guy. Okay, that's the stuff I read now. Um, Bobby and Clayton, I'm eyeing the new King
Oh,
Seiko Vanek Brown Dow. Talk me out of it. Hey,
oh,
let's look this up because do I even know what this?
oh yeah. It's a really cool design. Yeah, do it. It's
Let's see here. King Seiko
it's
Vanek. Let's
pretty
look it
one
up.
for one. Off of it's a reissue, one for one reissue of an older watch.
Let's.
It's really retro looking.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I know this one.
Yeah,
I'll pull up in a second. Let me just
yeah.
share the screen. This is still very clunky, man. I wish it was quicker. Let's take a look
Bruce
at it.
Williams just bought one. I don't know if he bought the brown one.
I think it's cool. I mean,
I
wow,
kind of like that
3,300.
purple one. I kind of like that purple one.
Which one? This one, right?
Or is that purple?
The A3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a blue. Like, is it gonna stay in the same screen? Let's hope. That looks like blue to me. No.
It looks like purple to me.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know. I like that though.
You could be. Yeah, you might be right. Let's see here. Dial. Does it have a dial color here? I'm sure somebody will tell us in the chat. 3,300 though. I mean, like I would imagine it probably takes a little bit of a beating on a secondary,
Yeah, you can
maybe.
get a decent discount. It's blurple. Yeah, blurple.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it has the what movements in there? Is it a
8L.
8L? Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
that's
So
a
that's gonna justify the price there.
yeah.
I've always had great luck with the 8Ls.
41K. This is interesting. This is interesting. I thought it was gonna. I thought typically when I see these watches, I feel like they like a King Seiko that might be like a 37 or 39. This is a 41. I think
But that's gonna be squat. It's gonna wear squat because
it is
the
gonna wear
lug's not long. Yeah.
right, but it's still gonna be there's still gonna be some presence I mean, if they went smaller,
I
that would have been
think
tough.
Rick has a bigger wrist than I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he can rock that. Yeah, it's really yeah, I like it. It's oddball, like
I like it.
James Duffy's saying. Yeah, it's really an oddball watch.
I like it. I'd have to, but I would have to see this one. I would have to see this one in person first. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't buy it sight unseen. Um,
Have you seen it
but
in person, Rick?
yeah, let's see if he has. Easy one word brown.
Oh yeah, let's look
Uh,
at the brown one. That's the one he wants.
who Rick?
Yeah, he wants the brown.
Brown.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Getting a little even more vintagey vibes with the brown.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty good. See, I don't like that render.
No, it's not a good render. It really makes that dial look small.
Yeah,
I'm
I
worried
like
about that.
I like the picture up above, but that render I don't like. She
Yeah,
said
I
it's
mean, like,
much better in person with
okay,
yeah.
okay. So, hey, man. So if you love it, I think it's an interesting watch to get, man. Um, my only dive watch is a Christopher Ward. Yeah, they make decent dive watches. I mean, I owned a Belcanto solid, sold it after a year and bought a Tudor. True story.
Hmm.
Okay. Did the novelty of the chime wear off there for you, James?
I
Okay.
saw one at a watch meetup last summer, the Bel Canto. Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Again,
like
it's
that
one of
watch.
those it is probably I don't know if it's anybody's lifetime keeper like
No,
James. I think
yeah.
it's something you just
But with some that, I mean, like, I think the thing with that watch was that that kind of complication for the price point was just, especially the first iterations, right? I mean, that like for 3 grand they were selling it for. I don't know what they're selling it for now, but in the low threes at the time, I think
yeah.
they were.
Oh,
It was a great watch
yeah,
to have.
absolutely. It's probably closer what is it? Closer to 5 now?
Probably, yes, I think you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Um, much better person in person. What do you think about Federico's opinion? Hey, you know what? We talked about that, and I was looking for you in the chat, Maison. I didn't see you. You have an Navitimer. Have you had problems with it fogging up? That was his big
Oh,
problem with it.
he did. Oh, wow.
That I my Navi was never steamed up, even in human, has never steamed up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, like, Maison. He was saying that, like, like he made it seem like this was a common occurrence. I've never heard anybody have that complaint before about their Navitimers fogging up. Maybe they've never had it for long enough for it to happen. I don't know, but I've never heard it.
Has it ever been serviced?
2009 model, has
Yeah.
it been served? Yeah. Has yours ever been served? I mean, have you owned it since 2009? We'll wait for him to get back on that. I'm curious about that. Um, what do you think of the new Formula One Navitimer?
That's pretty nice.
Um,
Yeah, that's sharp.
let's look it up. Hands on.
The Aston Martin one.
Is it this one?
It just came
No.
out. It just came out this week.
Oh,
So yeah,
I'm on their website, so it's got.
yeah, it'll come up.
Oh, oh, crap.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
got to be this one, right?
Yep.
Formula One team.
Got that like
Yeah, I
neon.
mean,
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I like it. I like it. I like it. It's like, very monochrome, and um, I like it. And there's not too many Navitimers that I don't like. I got to be honest with you. And you know what? Like, you can always go bigger with an Navitimer. Like they have a one that's a 45, and like that automatically scares off a lot of people. I feel like, and it scared me off until I tried it. I'm like, oh, I could definitely rock a 45 millimeter Navitimer. Um, let's see here. Okay, he's owned it since 2017. Who knows what servicing it had beforehand? I serviced mine in 2024,
Okay.
but not because of fogging. In fact, no water ingress reported. Yeah, I just, whatever. I mean, maybe look. I mean, I'm not. I believe. Um, I believe Fed has had maybe some issues with Navitimers, but maybe it's because he's seen a whole lot of Navitimers. You know what I mean? And that's what happens. I mean, I don't know. I've never had a problem. I never had a problem with my Cosmonaut, and it looks like Mizzou never had a problem with this. And I know people who own Navitimers, and they've never said anything about it fogging up. So
Hmm. Yeah, I thought that was of all the luxury watches you can think suck. The Navitimer was not on my list for him to
Yes,
say.
yeah, it wasn't on my bingo list for him to say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
um, and Florida is extremely humid
Oh yeah, live in Florida. Hmm.
for Fed. Um, hey man,
Oh yeah,
we
he
made
lives
it.
in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey man, we did it again, dude.
Yeah.
Did it again.
Again, Friday night.
I give you an A tonight.
Oh,
You're
I don't know.
amazing.
B minus. You're an A plus all the way. Friday the
No,
13th.
no.
Friday the 13th. We didn't. Nobody cried. Nobody died. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. Um, any plans for the long weekend?
I am. So I can say it here. My mother-in-law is ill. My wife had to go down again to South Carolina to be with her. So I am batching it this weekend. I have a new client meeting in the morning. I have to
Mm.
renew my passport,
Oh, yeah.
so I have to get that done tomorrow. And then coffee, lunch date with a friend, going to the movies. My social calendar is
You're
yeah.
you're just a
And
social
then
butterfly, man.
yeah, Sunday gonna do a long run, but that's about it.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Nothing, man. I mean, like, no plans. No plans at all. I mean, like, the kids are on break next week, so maybe they'll be with the in-laws for a couple days, and so we can get a break. And then we got a lot of like shows to catch up on. So
Mm,
like it might
yeah.
be like one of these days over the weekend if the kids go to my in-laws tomorrow, like tomorrow night or Friday or Saturday might be a just like a binge day. It's Mardi Gras for Marceau down in Louisiana.
Woohoo!
Um, Thomas saying he's sorry to hear about your
Oh,
mother-in-law.
thanks, Thomas. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you.
Well, anyway, hey, listen, we'll be back next week, maybe.
Yeah, I
Could be
think so.
Thursday, could be Thursday, could be Friday, could be Wednesday.
It'll be yeah, it'll be someday. Could be
Yeah,
Monday.
Clayton's
Uh,
always training for a marathon,
Yeah,
man.
yes I am. Are you as well? I'm doing a 20 miler on Sunday. That's on the docket.
You
So
guys are nuts.
well, I have Duluth in June is where I really want to shoot for under 330. I haven't done under 330 in like 15 years, but I'm pacing one in April 18th. I'm pacing a 330. I'd like to do like 320 on. Oh, awesome. Oh, that'll be fun. What's it like running in Denver? You live there. You live in
He lives
Colorado, so
there though,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he's
So you get
he's used to it.
used to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Probably kill me. My first time. I've never run in Colorado.
Dude, last time I was there, and I actually met up with Rob. Um, we went to a Rockies game, and we were like in the upper deck, and like I had a like my kids were young, and had to go take them to the bathroom and back up again, man, and go up and down, man. It was tough, man. It was
Yeah,
tough going up and down.
I
Um,
spent time in Denver a few times, but I can't really. It was a while ago. I can't remember if it affected me or not.
yeah, I mean, other
Yeah,
than going up and down, the to the upper deck, like otherwise, like normally, like normal day to day stuff when I was there, I was fine.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but all right, brother.
Is this your first one?
Oh
Mountain Standard Time. Sorry,
no, no, I don't think it is.
he's done. He's
I
done them
think
before. Yeah,
he's been running. So,
cool.
um, well, hey guys, great having you guys here this evening. Thanks, chat, for the participation. Wow, I can't even speak.
Participation. I think that
Participation.
sounds right. That sounds right.
I said it fast enough.
Yeah.
Incidentally, when I said my Navi was Surface 24, it was by Brightland themselves, official, and you just know they'll highlight every single problem. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So no water issues for you. Guys, have a great weekend, and we will see you guys next week with another episode of Watch Soup. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.